Hi, my name is Karina Yadis, and welcome to this week's Virtual World of Stories and Crafts. Today we will listen to some African tales, make a necklace, do some cloth printing, and make our own Achi game board. We have been traveling from New York to Mexico, and then last week we were in Brazil. Now we will cross the Atlantic Ocean and go to Ghana. Our first story features African animals and a lesson on what can happen if you don't share. Honey, Honey, Lion, a story from Africa by Jan Brett. In Africa, the honey guide and the honey badgers are partners when it comes to honey. The little bird follows a bee to its hive, and then she leads the honey badger there to break it open with its big, strong claws. Together they share the sweetness, and that is the way it has always been. Maybe this day Badger was hungrier than usual. Maybe he forgot about Honey Guide who showed him the way. Or he could have been thinking, my strong claws do all the hard work. Whatever the reason, that day Badger would not share. Honey Guide scolded Badger as he waddled back to the jackalberry tree, his tummy almost touching the ground. She fussed and fumed as he tried to fit into his burrow. Finally she cried out for all the animals to hear. No fair! No fair! Soon all the guinea hens were broadcasting the news. Honey Guide is in a major rage. But Badger didn't hear. He was sound asleep, smiling, snoring, and hiccuping from his big meal. Grump! Badger roared out the loudest hiccup of all, and its deep, low rumble gave Honey Guide an idea. The next morning, Badger woke up hungry, his tummy flat as a pancake. That's when Honey Guide flew by, heading for the great gray baobab. Honey, 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 she cried, grinning. The little bird zigzagged over its large roots. Pitter-patter, Badger went after her. Pitter-patter. Honey Guide flew low across the waterhole. Splish, splash. Badger paddled after her. Splish, splash. Honey Guide glided to the top of a termite mound and bounced on one foot. Sprung! Badger scrambled to the top and bounced off. Sprung! Honey Guide landed on a hollow log. It echoed as she stomped along. Boom, boom. Badger hurried to catch up. Boom, boom. Next, Honey Guide flitted through a stand of papyrus. Tall, dry reeds weaved back and forth. Clickety-click. Badger traipsed along, muttering, Where is that honey? The papyrus rattled as he went by. Clickety-click. Honey Guide led him through a field of golden bristled grass. Swish, swish. Badger huffed and puffed, but the thought of the delicious meal waiting for him kept him going. Swish, swish. By now, Badger was tired and wet, itchy and sore, but he didn't slow down because Honey Guide was just ahead of him. She flashed her wings, fanned her tail, and dove under an acacia tree. Badger charged in after her, singing triumphantly, Honey, honey! Lion! Lion, lion, lion! Badger turned on his tail and ran. Swish, swish through the grass. Clickety-click into the papyrus. Boom, boom over the hollow log. Sprung over the termite mound. Splish, splash across the waterhole. Pitter-patter over the baobab roots. Badger dashed into his burrow. Honey Guide cheered. In a flash, Badger was as far from the entrance as he could be. Right behind him was Lion's huge paw batting the air, but he could not reach him. And that's the closest any animal could be to an angry lion and live to tell the tale. That evening, Mungus squeaked to Elephant, who trumpeted to Hippo, who bellowed to Warthog, who squealed to Bishop Bird, who piped to Hyena, who whooped to Zebra, who snorted to Giraffe, who was overheard by a guinea hen who boogled it far and wide. It was the bush telegraph, and it said, "If Honeyguide leads you to a beehive, be sure and reward her, or next time she will lead you to a lion." Our next story features Anansi the spider. Anansi is a very important figure in Tales from Ghana. Anansi the Spider, A Tale from the Ashanti, adapted and illustrated by Gerald McDermott. Anansi, he is spider to the Ashanti people. In Ashanti land, people love this story of Kwaku Anansi. Time was, Anansi had 6 sons. First son was called See Trouble. He had the gift of seeing trouble a long way off. Second son was Road Builder. Thirsty son was River Drinker. Next son was Game Skinner. Another son was Stone Thrower. And last of sons was Cushion. He was very soft. All were good sons of Anansi. One time Anansi went a long way from home, far from home. He got lost. He fell into trouble. Back home was son See Trouble. "Father is in danger," he cried. He knew it quickly, and he told those other sons. Road Builder's son said, "Follow me." Off he went, making a road. They went fast, those 6 brothers, gone to help Anansi. Where is father now? Fish has swallowed him. Anansi's inside fish. River Drinker took a big drink. No more river. Then Game Skinner helped Father Anansi. He split open the fish. More trouble came right then. It was Falcon, took Anansi up in the sky. "Quick now, Stone Thrower." The stone hit Falcon. Anansi fell through the sky. Now Cushion ran to help Father. Very soft, Anansi came down. They were very happy, that spider family. All home again that night, Kwaku Anansi found a thing in the forest. "What is this? A great globe of light? Oh, mysterious and beautiful! I shall give this to my son," said Anansi, "to the son who rescued me." "But which son of 6? Which deserves the prize?" "Nyame, can you help me?" "Oh, Nyame," called Anansi. For Ashanti people, Nyame is the god of all things. Anansi asked this of Nyame, "Please hold the beautiful globe of light until I know which son should have it for his own." And so they tried to decide which son deserved the prize. They tried, but they could not decide. They argued all night. Nyame saw this, the god of all things. He took the beautiful white light up into the sky. He keeps it there for all to see. It is still there. It will always be there. It is there tonight. First, we will make this colorful necklace. Take the paper plate out of the kit you have received. With markers, we will color in only the rim of the paper plate. You can use the markers to create different patterns to achieve a colorful design. Once you have covered the whole rim with your design, you can make one cut to the middle and then cut around the inner rim of the paper plate. Now your necklace is finished and you can try it on. Next we will start our cloth printing project inspired by the Adinkra cloth, which is hand-printed fabric made in Ghana. Developed by the Ashanti people, Adinkra cloths were traditionally made for royalty to wear at religious ceremonies. Adinkra cloth is stamped and patterned with traditional Ashanti symbols. Each symbol has its own meaning. The symbols will be carved into gourds and then using black dye stamped in a pattern onto white cloth. We will use a sponge to cut out a design and use it as our stamp. You can draw a design onto the sponge and cut it out, or simply create an abstract shape by cutting away pieces from the sponge. You'll find a piece of cardboard in your kit. You can glue the sponge onto the cardboard so it can be easier used as a stamp. However, you can also skip this step and use the stamp as is. The cloth we're using to print is very thin. Make sure the table you're printing on is washable, or just put a plate or another protective covering underneath the cloth, since the color might bleed through. In your kit, you will find black paint rolled up in a Ziploc bag. Just cut off a corner of the Ziploc bag and squeeze the paint out onto the paper plate. Now we're ready to print. Just dip the sponge into the paint and begin printing a pattern onto the cloth. Our last project is creating our own Achi game. It is a game from Ghana similar to tic-tac-toe. We'll make the game board together and you will find red and white beans in your kit to be used as game pieces. You find 2 purple and 1 orange sheet in your kit. We will cut out the square on the orange paper and glue it onto the middle of the blank purple paper. Next, we will cut out the 4 squares on the second purple paper. Now we will cut each square diagonally in half, so we will end up with 8 triangles. Now we will glue the triangle pieces onto the triangular spaces created by the draw lines on our orange square. Now our game board is finished. I hope you will have fun playing Achi with your friends and siblings. I hope you enjoyed this week's stories and crafts.